of The Square Room, your new favorite podcast. My name is Jonel. I'm here with Hugh-Gene. What's that face? You okay? You look like you have gas. No?
Allergies.
Allergies? You gotta sneeze? Let it rip.
I don't think that's something that we have to tell him.
That's true. This wonderful voice that you're hearing is Deswayne. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking at Hugh, and you know what? If you were a cartoon, you'd be a ripping friend.
What's a ripping friend?
It's ripping time.
It's these three brothers, and like.
Wait, go ahead, talk. I'm gonna
it's
Google
these
it.
I think there's three brothers, and they're really muscular and. They just fart all the time and they do weird it was a weird kids
show. It's made by the guys. Yeah, it's made by the guys who made Ren and Stimpy.
Oh really? Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember this.
Yeah, just watching Hugh make that face, that's what I thought about. It's ripping time.
Wow, that unlocked a memory. It's funny that you got it right away.
No, I remember watching it all the time.
I didn't watch it all the time. I did see it.
I would watch it at nighttime when it would come on.
It was so weird.
Which one did he remind you
of? This one.
The dopey one. Is it the one on the top?
The one
Wow. Oh my God, memories. I was thinking about it a couple days ago. I want to do an episode where we go back and rate old shows.
Yes.
I think that'd be really good.
That'd be great.
So I guess this is me telling you guys about it now. It literally just crossed my mind 2 days ago, but that's crazy.
How are you, Joe?
I am a little shooketh, but we'll get to that in 1 second. I actually did want to share something. Des, what would you say your favorite food is?
Chicken.
No hesitation. Is chicken something you say you eat often? Or at least you try to?
The damn straight.
Interesting. There's a chicken shortage in the U.S. and I feel like it might be you. No, I'm joking. But no, there's actually a chicken shortage, and I saw this and I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Des. Yeah, they're just saying, increased demand and then low supply.
Yep. Not surprised.
Well, I am, because I remember years ago, there were so many chickens on Earth that if people weren't eating them, they would have outnumbered humans.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too.
So the fact that there's a shortage, I'm like, what? Because of the pandemic, people are just at home eating chicken all the time?
All the time. It's easy to make. Yeah, why not?
Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just get a rotisserie chicken and you're good.
You're more than good.
Yeah. Love rotisserie chicken. I haven't had one in a while.
My mom used to buy rotisserie chickens when we were younger from I don't know, places that sell them like a Costco or the Walmart
Metro,
Superstore that had it. And I never I just felt like they weren't super seasoned, the skin on the outside was, and then inside it's just kind of bland, kind of like Swiss Chalet.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of bland. It looks good.
Looks so good.
And you take a bite and you're like,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Costco's is probably the best when it comes to rotisserie.
I don't think we actually had a Costco one. When I was a kid, my mom had a Sam's Club membership, which is just like Costco, but they're not in Canada anymore, but they're still in the States. But we got them from there, or a Walmart Superstore. That's what I remember. But either way, I feel like they're all the same. Just kind of bland.
No.
I'm a disappointment.
No.
I will agree with Hugh. Costco's food is different.
True.
I don't know what it is, but it is. They're hot dogs.
Some MSG
they're
on there.
fried. Whatever it is different.
Okay, so 2 years ago when I got my Costco membership, I remember one of my first trips, I went and I was like, okay, let me get this Costco food, and I got a hot dog and I was like,
really?
What the hell's wrong with you?
The street meat downtown. Ooh.
Yeah, you're all about street meat.
Ooh, that Italian sausage, that street meat, any day.
Do you have eye drops, Hugh?
No, I just deal with it.
I think
I want to deal with the fucking pain.
You're not supposed to rub your eyes.
I don't care. My eyes are great.
I don't know if you heard it, Des, because you don't have your headphones on all the way, but you were rubbing your eyes so hard I could hear your eyes making
That's the sign of good pussy, bro.
Oh my God, I'm so disgusted because I pictured it.
Ew, Des.
That little.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay, that's not healthy for your eye. Don't do that.
Okay, man.
It's not okay.
Doctor says my eyes.
What?
It's
Ashy,
not-
dry.
Like, got them good eyes, bro.
But yeah, so I am a little bit shaken up because I feel like I am being haunted by something.
I told you I had demons in here.
And I knew you were going to say that.
I've been telling you this for a while.
No, but just listen. Stop. I don't say that.
You just proved it.
Last week, I think it was Wednesday. Well, technically it was Thursday morning. It was like 3 a.m. basically.
Witching hour.
I had to walk my dog and I had to go to the bank. So I just put him in the car, went to the bank, and then I let him out to go pee like in the grassy area. There's a bank like not too far from me. Yeah, I get it's weird, like, who goes to the bank at 3 a.m, but it's like no one's there, and like, you know, social distancing and whatever. Yeah, like it's just a machine. So anyways, so we're walking, and I've done this a few times. I don't do it regularly, but you know, maybe every few weeks, month, whatever. And you know, we're walking, he's peeing, whatever, and there's a big grassy area beside a Starbucks in the same plaza with the bank. And he stops. He's like walking ahead of me, and he just stops, and he's just staring. Now my dog stares at everything. Like if a paper bag blows or if birds are chirping, like, you know, he'll stare. People walk by, like he'll stop and stare. But there was nothing there, nothing going on. He's staring, and I'm like, okay, like that's not out of the norm. But then he starts to bark and growl, and that's something he's never done before. When he's like staring off at nothing or people. He's barked at other dogs before, but again, there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. Nothing's moving. I was trying to see if I could see like a leaf blowing or whatever. Nothing. He's barking, he's growling, and then he runs back. Like I said, he was a little ahead of me. He runs back, stands beside me, continues to bark and growl, and then he looks at me and he walks away. So I took that as a come on.
Yeah. We're out of here. You're on your own.
I took that as a let's go. So we walk away from there, and you know, we're walking back to my car now, and he keeps looking back in that same direction. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? And it wasn't like, yes, it was dark out, but it's a plaza, so there's like those lampposts, so it's not dark where we are. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Witching hour, dude.
Yeah, so I pulled out my phone and I'm like, what time is it? It was 3:15 on the dot, and I was like, no.
Nah.
I was like, you know, finish peeing and let's go. Threw him in the car and whatever. But then it was like that next day. So all of Thursday, he was like
traumatized.
Off. No, he was off. Like, you guys know my dog. He's lots of high energy, wants to play all the time, you know, lots of attention. He would just like lay down. Like, he didn't all day. He didn't care to have attention. He didn't eat. He didn't like, I don't know. He's back to normal now. But I was like,
demon dog.
What the hell? And like, I have sage here, and I was like, I'm gonna sage my home.
That's not gonna save you, buddy.
Don't say that.
These are some sage is like some. Okay.
I remember telling my mom.
You sage your home?
She was like, yeah, he probably saw a ghost. And I'm like, yeah, you think?
You sage?
I didn't sage.
No, well, what the fuck are you waiting for?
I'm going to sage.
A little late, aren't you?
Because you know why I was hesitating on it? Because
it's been 4 days.
I feel like saging for that reason would be like it's like admitting that there is something, you know?
There is.
Don't say that.
You're the one that's gonna lose.
Lose what? My life?
Yeah.
You know why he was probably like shook the next day? Because he's still coming to terms with like, because he's probably never seen what he saw.
Like I said, he's never done that.
And the fact that he came by you is like, that's the protective instinct. Come by you, keep barking. Maybe it was getting closer, and that's why he started to walk away. Like, yo, we gotta go.
Can I tell you, I was looking to see if I saw anything.
You're good,
and I didn't.
I wouldn't even look. I'd be like, you're barking? Grab my money. I'm out of here. I am gone.
Well, I wasn't in the bank at that point. But yeah, so
demons.
I'm being haunted by a demon, apparently, and that demon's name is Hugh-Gene. But
that's funny.
Yeah, and like that made me think. I'm like, okay, I'm super shook, but someone had homework that was given to them last week.
Yes,
Mikey had challenged you to
watch It Chapter 2.
Yeah. Did you do it?
I tried to, but even before I did, I had talk to some of my friends. I'm like, you guys ever watch It Chapter 2? And they're like, yeah, it sucks. Blah, blah. I'm like, no. But I'm afraid of clowns. So I gotta be prepared. And they're like, Des, trust me, it's nothing. I'm like, you say that because you're not afraid of clowns. Like,
I feel like the first chapter is better
that is what they said. Like, number 2 is a joke. It's like a comedy.
But
whatever.
I think that's why he assigned that
number
one to
2
you
and not number 1.
Yeah.
Which I do appreciate. When they told me that, I said, okay, I appreciate Mikey.
But the first one is better.
So, last week, Monday night, yes, because garbage day is Tuesday. So, no,
that's your benchmark.
Yeah, I gotta give you guys the full layout. So, after Mikey gave me my homework, my plan was I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna clean, do what I need to do, and then in the night, I'm going to either smoke, have some edibles. Ooh. And then watch It Chapter 2, because if I do it sober, my brain will be like, you can't do this, and I won't do it.
See, I would think that it would be the opposite. Like, is it like the clown's gonna come out of the TV at you when you're high?
I'll be scared, but if I'm sober, I'd be like, I can't do it. Like, I'm not doing it. So, it was maybe 2 a.m. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. I had some pasta in the fridge.
It's pretty close to witching hour.
I had some pasta in the fridge.
I think that's the common denominator of all these stories.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
I was like, you know what? Before I have my edibles, let me take out the garbage. Let me move my car. Because in the morning, my cousin parks in the garage. I'm on the driveway, so I always have to move my car. So I'm like, let me move it now. So I move my car. Okay, put out the garbage because I know I might not wake up early in the morning. It's 2 a.m. Whatever. So I warm up the pasta. I had some weed butter, can of butter, whatever you want to call it, that I made myself last year, at like literally a year ago. And
doesn't it lose its potency?
Oh,
or no. Isn't it supposed to lose?
That's
its
what I heard.
I've had weed butter in my freezer for like.
Ew.
Shit, I don't even know.
What was that noise?
I think like 4 years now. I've had weed butter in my freezer for a while now.
I think
it still works.
I should still have some, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I might have taken it.
What do you think?
He said I might have taken it.
Well, it's true because I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, and it was for him.
It was gifted to. No, not the one that you gave him.
Okay.
I had another friend who just gave me some.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna use it myself. But that's why I feel like I might just still have it in the bottom of my freezer somewhere.
Yeah. So the reason why it was in the fridge for a year, last year I had made some, I think cupcakes or something, or muffins, something. That was me. Yeah, muffins or something. I had some, my cousin had some, and his girlfriend had some, and we all had different reactions, but the same outcome is we thought we were going to die.
Hey man, that's how you live.
So me having this weed butter is like, okay, it's been a while. Hello, my old friend. So I cut a piece of the weed butter, put it in the pasta, warm it up in the microwave, mix it up so the butter's not hard in there. It disappeared. So I'm eating, I'm drinking water because it still has that weed taste. Okay, so I'm eating. I don't want to watch it yet. I want to watch it.
What type of pasta was it?
Macaroni.
Fettuccine.
I don't know what they're called.
Macaroni, like the that's the type of noodle, but what was it? Like what was the sauce?
Ground beef, tomato sauce.
Oh, okay, like a standard meat sauce. Did you make it or did you buy it?
No, I made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think would butter be good on it? You know what I mean? Because if it was like an Alfredo, then butter would complement it. But I feel like the butter was not good.
Well, it didn't taste bad.
Like
it's not like ooh, this is too buttery. It was just like okay, you taste the weed, it tastes fine.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right.
You see what I'm concerned about.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I know this is going to kick in soon. I know the last time I had a lot more butter and how it felt. So this time is less. I'll be okay. So I go on my Amazon Fire Stick, and I'm looking for
it. Called.
for it too. As I'm looking for it, I was like, something's wrong. Something is not right here. Yeah, I've been here before, and something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, you're getting close to 3 a.m.
So I put down the remote, and I'm sitting there staring at the TV, and I run to the bathroom, and I start throwing up my guts. When I say my guts, I mean my guts. So now I go and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm washing out my mouth, brushing my teeth, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't so bad. It's been worse. I go back, Okay, I found it, chapter 2. I'm about to click it. I realize my head is tilted all the way to the left.
Ew, you sound fucking possessed.
Is
it 3 a.m. yet?
I don't even know what time
Probably
it
by
is.
that point.
Fucking demons are getting you too.
So that night I spent in my bathroom throwing up to the point where, you know when you have nothing left to throw up?
Yeah, but your body still wants it, so it like hurts. Yeah.
I'm sitting beside the toilet. My head is swaying back and forth like my whole body. It wasn't even stop. It was.
So you're sitting there with your head sideways, swaying back
sideways,
and forth.
like I'm
Does that
drunk.
not sound like he's possessed by something?
And the whole, I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that you say that did cross my mind. But because I know how this butter plays an effect on me.
You guys have this problem, not me.
It's something that I was used to.
Yeah, you have your inner demons every single day to deal with.
Demons already attacked me when I was in this fucking 7th grade. I'm good.
And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, Des, you've been here before. You're fine. You're fine. But I'm rocking back and forth. Like, I keep wanting to close my eyes, but I get so scared. So, you know when somebody's trying to keep their eyes open, their eyes are rolling to the back of their head? Like, I swear, like, all of this is going on. And I'm just
That's a demon.
I want to call my cousin to
Give
be
me
like,
your soul. Give it to me. You thought I made you throw up because of the butter? It was me.
No, I'm trying to enter your body.
No,
Let me in.
That was so loud. That was your body like rejecting the demon, trying to throw
Probably,
it up, and then it was like, nah, bitch.
I wanted to call my cousin and be like, I need help. But the whole time I'm sitting there.
No, you don't.
I'm swaying. I'm just like, Des, you've been here before. Des, you've been here before. You can do it. You don't need help. I swear, just like that, sitting on the floor, like, I physically didn't throw up on my... I hate you so much. Yeah, now that I'm doing the face, you can see it, right?
Oh my god. Everyone at home,
oh god,
you guys are missing out on like the visual that Des gave. It was priceless.
It's
He's literally convulsing, eyes rolling
No,
back,
seriously.
vomiting, swaying.
I couldn't stand up, nothing. I just sat there, and all I could think to myself is,
Hugh, hold
you've
on, are
been
you okay?
here before.
You're possessed by something right now. Breathe, just
It's the
breathe.
chuckle gods.
The chuckle god? You're not a god. Relax.
Yeah, so I think I sat there, and I don't even know what time it was, but I saw sunlight coming up. No, I lied. I did not see sun coming up, but I knew it was getting more, like, I knew I've been there for a while.
Yeah.
So I go in my bed, and I'm laying there, and I'm just shaking. But all I'm thinking is, you've been here before. You will be fine. Like, I really do want to call someone for help, but I don't want to look like an idiot. And I hate you so much. No, just...
You should have called somebody.
But in my head, I've been here. We've all, me, him, and his girlfriend.
Was
we've
it
been
that
here
bad
before.
at that point?
Like, this wasn't as bad as the first time.
It wasn't. It sounds horrible.
No, the first time was.
If this was not the worst, then I don't even know. Why do you put yourself in these situations?
The first time, I prayed. I haven't prayed in decades. I was throwing up. I was on the first time. I was on both knees, head back, like, God, please, if you save me, I swear. The first time was really bad. It was really bad. So the fact that I wasn't at that point, that's why in my head, all I was thinking is, you've been here before. So I missed all of... I missed all of Tuesday. That was me in the bed. And I know I'm doing it out loud and I'm trying not to, but I'm going to die. So,
but you're still not gonna call him.
I'm not gonna call anybody because I don't want to be a punk. The first time I did it,
I've seen death before. You can't grip me now.
the first time I did it, I called this girl and I was like, I'm gonna die. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know if I should go to the hospital or I should just lay here and die, but I'm gonna die either way. If I go to the hospital, I'm gonna look like an idiot. I was just calling you to tell you that I shouldn't have done this and I'm gonna die. She's like, you're an idiot. Like, just shut up. But so Tuesday, I don't know if the sun came up. I do know at some point I did call Jade. Actually, I lied. I texted him and I'm like, on your way home, can you get some chicken wings? And then I went on Instagram and I messaged him and I'm like, on your way home, can you get some chicken wings?
His favorite food. We
And
always
then-
chicken soup, not chicken
I don't
wings,
drink soup. And then I went on Snapchat and I messaged him and I'm like, on your way home, can you get some chicken wings? And then I called him and I'm like, are you at the gym? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can you bring me some chicken wings when you get home, please? I had some weed butter last night. He's like, what is wrong with you?
What time of day is this?
I have no clue. I just know I heard a knock at my door. Yeah, yeah. I got up. I had the blanket around me. I'm like,
Ew.
I got, just like that, I swear. I got to the door and like I cracked it open and he shoves it in. He's like, here you go, drug baby. And I'm like, thank you. And I grabbed the wings.
Fucking turned into a gremlin.
I grabbed the wings and I ate like 3 of them. And I was just sitting on the bed. Like I was so scared. Like I thought I was going to die. And I laid back down and I woke up and it was Wednesday. And I was like, what happened to Tuesday?
Oh, that's funny because I called you on Tuesday and you didn't answer.
Yeah, demon experience there, buddy.
Little did I know you were probably dying.
And it's weird because I was talking to my cousin's girlfriend about it. And it's not weird, but she brought up an interesting point. I might possibly almost be borderline, and I don't want to say it because it's something serious. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm making a joke about it.
That's okay. We make jokes about everything.
I might be borderline Puerto Rican.
I might be Puerto Rican. Guys, the Puerto Rican side was trying to come out of me, but I wouldn't let it.
Yeah, Spanish. Yeah, that was Spanish. Bulimic, because she's like, Des, I've never met someone who puts themselves through this on purpose knowing they're gonna throw up. And I'm like, because we, like, after we did it the first time, we all talked about our experience, which like it was all funny, but they were just like, never again, like ever, like no, like that was so bad, never again. And I was just like a week later I was like, you guys want to have some butter with me? And they're like, did you not learn? And I'm just like, I don't want to do it by myself. So I waited that whole time. Like,
maybe it's just the butter.
It sits in a corner in our fridge. And like, I always look at it. I'm like, nah. But now that I did it, like now that I felt it again, on Thursday, I was like.
You lactose?
No.
It could just be the butter.
On Thursday, I was just like.
I think it's just the butter and the potency of the butter.
Give me
But
this
like,
butter,
I
I'll
also
test
think
it.
you just have a sensitive stomach, and then that combination, it's just like.
Give me some of this butter.
Your
I'll see.
body's
Is it the
rejecting.
butter you gave me?
No, I gave you a different one.
Oh, give me this one. I'll see what it's like.
Look at you trying to jump on the
No,
train
I'm
too.
curious. Maybe then you'll
And I-
know. Maybe
and I-
if
and
I
I
have
know-
the same experience, then you know it's the butter.
Like my portion limit.
Why would you want to possibly put
I can
your...
throw for a couple days. It's fine.
No, it's just one day. You'll just miss one whole day.
I'm fine then.
So if you do it on like a Friday
yeah, I'm okay.
night, you just miss Saturday and you'll
Yeah,
be awake
I'm
Sunday.
not gonna do this. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, so
It's-
like, I thought you don't like feeling like that.
Like
Why would you-
it's very terrifying. Like when I was when I was talking to my cousin's girlfriend a couple days ago and I was telling her like what happened to me, she was just like, Des, like when I did it, she was on the bed convulsing.
Oh, she threw up too.
We all threw
Oh,
up.
so it's the butter then.
But it's the I think it's the amount I put in because I don't
Throw out the
know.
fucking butter.
No.
How much butter's left?
Not that much.
So
like,
throw it out.
Fuck Des, honestly.
No. Like I made weed lasagna and I gave it to a friend because she really likes lasagna. She wanted to try it and she likes weed. She said she took one bite and she threw it out. She's like, Des, I'm not doing that to myself. I knew the outcome once I had a bite.
Yeah, so throw out the butter.
Yeah.
I totally
No, I'm not
forgot.
throwing out the butter.
You need to. You 100%
And she was
need
like,
to.
when she was convulsing, she like my cousin was sober at that. Like she had hers after us, because she came like the next day or 2 days later, whatever. And she said she was convulsing on the bed, and she looked at him, and all she could say is, "Help me, help me." And he looked at her and was like, "You'll be alright." And she's like, Des, like she was on the bed shaking, crying, like she's physically going to
What the hell
die.
did you put in this butter?
Weed, weed wine, weed syrup.
You put all this in the butter? Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, it's a bad combination, bro.
And then I left even because you're supposed to strain it.
Yeah.
So I left some of the
Like the shake and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you tried to kill yourself.
I did while I tried to watch it too. And every time I think to watch it again since then, I'm
You're
like,
traumatized.
the butter. Like, that's all I can think about. And you know what, Mikey? I will watch it, though, because everyone's telling me it's like a comedy. I am, however, still scared because it's a clown at the end of the day.
I do think you need to watch the first... Because, like, in order to get, like, the context...
I don't want to get the context.
So then you're just watching it just
because
to
Mikey
say you
said
watched
so.
it?
Yeah.
Damn, if Mikey said kill yourself with weed butter, would you do that too?
I might do it without Mikey saying it.
True.
But actually, I want somebody else to experience it other than me, my cousin, and his girlfriend. Because...
Don't give it to Hugh.
I gave it to my, like, a lady that does my hair. Because she asked for some last year. So I gave her some. She said, like, she loved it because she heard nothing. She saw nothing and felt nothing. She said, like, her kids were, like, calling her and talking. And she didn't hear nothing. And they're looking at her like...
So it basically put her in a temporary coma?
Yeah, yeah. And then she called me like 2 days later,
good.
like, Des, can you make me some more? I've never felt that good. I was like...
Does she smoke regularly?
Yeah,
She has to.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that would kill, like, me. Someone like me?
No, you would cry. You would actually admit yourself to the hospital. Like, for real, it's a terrifying experience.
Of course.
And, like, you can't drive. That's why I took out the garbage. I moved my car. Because I know the possible outcome. So you were planning to fuck
yourself up?
I wasn't planning to get that bad where I'm throwing up and convulsing, but
you knew it was a high
I
possibility.
knew it was a possibility. So that's why
high possibility, because what happened before with not just you, with other people. So you know that this is like a thing. So what happens with this batch
but
of
like
butter.
I didn't think it would be.
Just
I didn't
throw it
put
out
that
and
much. I don't want to.
Throw it out. You said there's barely any left. Make more that is not so crazy if you need your wheat butter that bad.
Can I make you guys some food to try?
Nope.
The fuck would I take food from you?
I need someone to experience this to understand what I'm talking about. Because I think when I say
You
it,
literally just said I would admit myself to the hospital. Now you're asking me to, to try it.
like, you guys would have to. It's one of those where, like, in movies where they have to lock themselves in a room.
No.
Because one of them will do something crazy.
No.
You
I
can't
would
walk. My cousin was crawling to the bathroom when he had his. He said he couldn't stand up. He was crawling to go throw up. But I will finish the butter and I'll tell you guys how it goes.
Don't.
Not this week though. I'm not gonna finish it this week. It's just too soon.
Des, you're fucking yourself up for no reason.
It is what it is.
To finish the butter. I don't want it to go to waste.
So give it to the lady who liked it.
No, and I won't experience it. She's gonna call me and be like, "Oh my god, this happened." I'm gonna
You
be
can
so
always
jealous.
make another batch that's just not as crazy.
I'm gonna be jealous.
You're gonna be dead.
On brighter side, ooh,
it's
not a brighter side. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Was that a sneeze, a cough, a clear throat?
A demon.
It's a clear throat.
It was
You guys got your fucking demons, okay?
You hear the way you were cackling earlier?
Yeah.
Dying.
That's the angel being like stupid.
So last week in Florida, a principal was caught on camera. I don't want to use the word beating, but paddling a 6-year-old girl in front of her mother. For those of you who do not know, for those of you who do not know what paddling is, it is
spanking with like a big wooden
paddle. Yeah, like I was trying not to use the word in the definition. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know what like the paddle like looks like,
Picture a canoe.
No, well, yeah, that too. I was gonna say like
paddle.
A cricket bat. Picture a cricket bat.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
It's like it has a handle and it's a big wooden surface and you just boom.
So apparently the 6-year-old girl, she messed up a computer at school, damage of $50. The mom went to school to go pay that fine or fee. And when she went, the principal was in the room with her daughter, another teacher. But the room they were in was kind of weird. It wasn't the principal's office. The mom said she looked around and like it just seemed off. There were no cameras. Like it was kind of hidden. So she was a bit confused. And then the principal proceeded to bend her child over, take the paddle, and spank her child. The mom stood there and recorded, and she said the only reason why she did record is she felt like if she had stopped the principal and, you know, maybe try to press charges or whatever, she has no proof that that actually happened. So in her eyes, she was sacrificing her child and videotaping it so everyone can see what's actually going on. She said her daughter had bruises on her behind.
Well, she was spanked several times, and it was really hard because you showed me the video, and it was like, yikes.
Yeah.
It would hurt a grown man,
100%.
let alone a 6-year-old little girl.
Yeah, and the little, like, she hit her, I don't know if it was the first time, but in the video, the first time she hit her, the little girl, like, jumps, and she's crying, obviously, and she turns around, she's like, no, like, I'm sorry, and the lady's just like, move your hand, and she's like, okay, and she moved her hand, and then she continues to spank her. And I don't know, for me, I couldn't be a parent to watch that. I don't care about proof, evidence. As bad as this might sound, I don't care about other people's children and if they're going through the same thing. My child is in front of my face right now, and I couldn't physically, like, good for the mom for wanting to show what's going on behind the dark, because obviously this is not the first time this has happened. But for me, like, I couldn't do that, because that's way too scarring for my child to know that if I was 6 and my mom stood there and was like, yeah, I was just videotaping it so I can show the police and everybody. I don't care about that at 6 years old. I care that you stood there and watched me get beat. You know, later on, maybe the child might understand later on in life when life hits. But right now, like, I couldn't.
Yeah, my instinct would be like, I get where she's coming from. Obviously,
exactly,
you want proof so that, like, something could be done about it. But I think what's to stop her from? You can record while physically removing your child from the situation, and, like, put the camera in the person's face and be like, you just hit my child. There's the paddle in your hand. There's the bruise.
Exactly.
Like, you don't need to, like, she hit her at least maybe 4 times in the video I saw.
Yeah.
So you don't need to, like, subject your kid to that many times to have proof, you know? Like, the bruises, the actual paddle in the person's hand
will
is
be enough.
I get where she was coming from, but the poor kid.
That's all I was thinking. Like, this kid is really scarred.
I wouldn't have been able to watch that either.
I'm gonna play the clip. Let me make sure you guys will be able to hear it first. Imagine this is. Put your butt out. Principle.
Hitting a 6-year-old with a wooden paddle in front of her mother.
Yeah, and, like, you can hear the slaps, and if you guys could see the force, this lady is slapping this. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot for me, and when I saw it, I was just like I can't even fathom watching somebody else beat my child. Like, I don't even beat my child. Like, I wish I beat him. But, like, I couldn't fathom. Yeah, no. Because I used to get beat a lot, and a lot of it was deserved. Yeah, I get it. I used to steal. I used to lie.
You used to steal what?
Oh, everything.
Really?
That's the thing.
You were a thief? It's
crazy because people don't know my home life. And who I am at home is different than who I was on the road.
That's funny.
At home, I'm the worst.
Remind me, there's someone that you know that used to steal a lot, but I can't say it on the podcast. I'll tell you after.
Okay. But yeah, like, I used to steal. When I say a lot, like, I remember my stepdad left $100 on the dresser, and I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. And I took $20. I went to school the next day. Me and my friend snuck off to the dollar store at recess. We bought a whole bunch of candy. Like, I was that guy. Ooh. When I went home, he asked me, like, do you know where my money is? I'm missing $20. I'm like, no, I have no idea. Obviously, I got beat because they know I'm lying. Like, it's me and a 1-year-old child, like, and my mom. Like, come on now. So when I got beat, I remember laying in my bed, and all I can think is, I should have took the whole 100. If I took the whole 100, he would have thought he misplaced it.
Your thought wasn't, I shouldn't have taken it at all.
Never. My thought, anytime I stole and I gotten caught or whatever, it was never, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It was, how do I do it better next time? And it's crazy because, like I said, people don't know that side of me. And, like, even when, like, I would lie to my mom and she wouldn't believe me, why didn't she believe me? What part of the story wasn't believable? Okay. So now when I do something, I used to, call my best friends and be like, okay, if my mom asks, blah, 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 blah. Okay, get off the phone. And then, I get home, my mom asks, and then call them. And then I call them, but they panic because you're lying to, exactly.
Pussy.
Thank you. So I learned, don't involve anybody else that they can talk to.
No.
Introduce a new friend they don't know.
No.
Perfect. Yep. And now I'm a lying genius.
Have you ever confessed to a lie and your parent doesn't believe that
it's the truth?
Yeah, doesn't believe your confession?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a scenario where this is high school, but certain sometimes your parent is if you're going somewhere, I want to talk to the parents, I want to talk to the family, whatever. So I was on the phone. It's funny because my mom was upstairs and I was downstairs in the kitchen pretending to be my friend's sister. And it's funny, it was a younger sister. I don't know why she would talk to another kid, whatever. The point is, this is years later, I was like, oh yeah, that time, you didn't actually talk to the sister, it was me. And she's like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah, it was me. She was like, no, I know your voice, and that wasn't
no
you.
Way.
I'm like, lady, it was me. And to this day, she refuses to believe that it's me. And I'm like, all right, well, I was trying to confess, but damn.
There's one time that I told my mom I was helping my friend's sister move. We were all helping her move. I was maybe grade 9, and I wasn't there at all. We went to go see these girls by Scarborough Town Center. And my mom calls me, and I was like, okay, my mom. But we're outside, we're at the bus stop. And she's just like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, helping so-and-so's sister move, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I feel like you're lying. And I'm like, why would I lie about that? Do you want to talk to his... And as soon as I said, do we want to talk to his... A bus was passing. And this is when hybrid buses were new. And it was like, oh, that's a hybrid bus. So I'm like, do you want to talk to... Is that a hybrid bus? And my mom's like, what do you mean hybrid bus? What are you talking about bus? And I was like... And I just hung up and turned my phone off. I told her, when I got home, I told her my phone died. But they were just like, Des, you're so stupid.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah, you're with his dad. You guys are in a car. You could have played it off. But at the same time, why would you even mention the bus? And when I went home, my mom didn't believe me. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just call his dad now. And my mom's the type that when you pressure her to do it, she won't be like, okay, do it. She'd be like, you know what? I don't want to talk to nobody. Leave me alone. Okay, great. Because I'm lying and I know you know I'm lying. So.
Oh, you know what? I feel like my mom's the opposite. My mom was the queen of
testing.
No, call, and that's the thing. My mom did it for no reason. I would actually be where I say I was or with the people I said I was with. But say I'm supposed to be home by 10 and it's 10:15, 10:30, she's calling all of my friends. She's calling their parents. Where is she? Blah, blah, blah. It's okay, come on. I'm not that.
Yeah, my mom would just text me and be like, watch. And it's funny because at a young age also, around 14, 15 years old, I learned that when I'm calling my mom, because they always say if you're going to be late, call and leave a message if you don't get me. I learned to call from 2 phones at the same time. The one that goes through, starts ringing, hang up. The one that doesn't go through, leave a message. Boom. So when I call from my phone, I always make it the second phone. So Joe, I'll take your phone and I'll dial my mom's number and I'll call because I know my mom doesn't have your number. So I'll call and I'll call from my phone. My phone won't go through. I'll hang up on your phone. She's not going to call you back. And even if she does, you don't answer or whatever. And that's when nobody had a real voicemail hi, this is, you just have a song or whatever.
Song.
And I'll leave a message, be like, hey mom, I'm just calling to let you know that I'm still out with so-and-so. I'm going to be home maybe in an hour or so. Okay, bye. Boom. Done. You can't say I didn't leave a message. I did what you asked me to do if I was going to be late.
So, deceitful.
Very, very.
You okay? You're a little quiet over there.
Tired.
You had mentioned something about...
Was that you trying to keep yourself awake?
Yeah.
There was a new bill that you had mentioned?
Goddamn Canadian government
What's the bill called?
It's Bill C10.
C10. Yes,
It's not good. It's
Like-
bad.
It's like a C4.
It's a C4 to your freedom. Yeah, pretty much. It gives the Canadian government power to put stricter regulations on like YouTube and any other streaming sites and stuff. So pretty much what that would do is like it can control what you watch. So like
Why?
because it's the Canadian government. So like, you know, it'll affect YouTube and other streaming sites. Like let's say like pretty much it'll regulate like what say like you're subscribed to certain channels, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might not see those channels anymore. Essentially like that kind of thing.
You know what? The other day, there's a music video that it's a TikTok dance or something, but like, oh, it's the guy when I go skirt, 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 and he's just making a whole bunch of skirt noises, and I wanted to hear the full song, and it was like, you can't watch this region you're in, blah, blah. And I was like,
That's the CR that's a CRTC. So that's like a government body that pretty much relegates like what we can see already. So it'll give them even more power. So like say it's a channel that it pretty much just is a control. Like let's say there's a like a news channel that criticizes the government.
yeah.
They're not gonna get that. They can control how much views they may get. They can control how much people may see
And
that
what
kind of thing.
region.
And then let's say there's one that's like, oh, I'm gonna praise you, Trudeau. Then that person maybe get more views and more. That's it'll control that.
crazy.
So
kind of
is this
thing.
a bill that has already been passed, or they're
It's
trying to pass it?
they're trying to pass it.
Interesting.
So if you don't want it to pass, call your fucking
Lawyers.
Not your lawyers. Call the local government office. Call the Liberal office because the only ones that are really the only ones that were really opposing it was the Conservative Party. I think NDP now, Spicy Trudeau, is now being like, I oppose it also. What?
Spicy.
He's the same person. He's just a little bit more liberal. That's why he's more spicy. It's not because he's brown.
I didn't
Wow,
say it.
I
You
didn't even
did.
know
Then
he
why'd
was
you go?
brown.
Yeah, that's why.
That is what I thought you were trying to
fuck.
say.
No,
But
it's
I didn't
'cause-
say it.
It's because
You
he's the
said
same
it.
shit. That's why I call him Spicy Trudeau. You just like Trudeau a little more liberal. But no, it's not a good thing. It's
Yeah,
bad.
no,
It's
that
very
pissed
bad.
me off.
It's very bad. It only affects us, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, yeah, you'll see like, oh, where did all this channel go? Why am I? And it could actually affect us because like, let's say like, oh, they don't like what we're saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
People can't hear
Yeah.
us.
because we're not saying stuff that the
that
government
they want.
may like to hear.
Well,
Oh,
they're certainly not going to like that you're telling people about this.
Calling him Spicy Trudeau.
No, but no, I mean no about the bill. I mean,
no, it's not a good thing.
but no, thank you for
It's
letting everyone know.
disappointing. Canadians, call your fucking guys. You're at home. You have nothing else better to do. Call your local government office, man, and tell them, hey, fuck off.
I mean, I wouldn't go that route.
Tell them, hey, fuck off.
Say I'm against Bill C10.
Say more than that. Like, don't control my fucking rights, you shithead.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how you.
I know where I know where your office is.
That's not how you.
I
get what you
delivered
want.
mail to you, you fucks.
You want everyone to say that? I've delivered mail to you.
We're all mail carriers.
No, that's no good. Because it already controls, like, the CRT, whatever the fuck. They already control, like, they'll decide, like, for example, right? Like, they'll deem something that's like, this is not Canadian enough, this is Canadian enough. So, like, Scott Pilgrim,
Whoa.
fuck, you know what movie I'm talking about. Scott Pilgrim
Scott
Kills the World.
Pilgrim
They
versus
deemed that
the world.
movie not being Canadian enough. Yet it's made by a Canadian author, and it was filmed in fucking Toronto.
Toronto, yeah.
But then they said there's a documentary about Gandhi that was deemed Canadian enough.
But what's Canadian enough? What does that even
Yeah.
entail? Like,
That's crazy.
Gandhi film, Scott Pilgrim. This one's not Canadian enough, even though it's filmed in Canada, and it's made by a Canadian author, and I think it's actually based in Canada.
It is based in Canada. Yeah.
And then Gandhi. That's a little example. It's not a good thing. Just search Bill C10 on YouTube if you can. Just you don't want it. I'm like I want to be optimistic and think that's not gonna be passed, but like
yeah.
And the thing is that this is why it's so important to pay attention to shit. Sometimes your government specifically, because when there's kind of crises like this, they'll kind of sneak shit in like that.
true.
Hoping that no one will pay attention to that. They'll be like, oh, let me just do this. Oh, let me just do that. Let me just do this.
You know what's crazy? You said optimist. That's the word. Right?
Optimistic.
Yeah. The other day I was talking to one of my friends just about a situation. And she was just like, Des, you know what your problem is? You always tell people to be realistic. And you give them like realistic advice, which is good. But whenever it comes to you, you are not realistic about your own situations. And I'm like...
How so?
Can you mind your business? Like, what is wrong with
But like,
you?
how so?
So-
I agree with the realistic
Like,
part,
what she's saying, I 100% agree with the whole thing.
But how are you
Because
not realistic with yourself?
when I go through things, I look at like, okay, I'm trying to look at the best case scenario, and I run with the best case scenario. However,
You know what? No, I agree with that, because I just answered my own question, because I'm like, well, if it was Hugh-Gene or myself who almost died with weed butter, you would tell us, hey, maybe don't do that again.
yeah, like you guys are idiots.
But with you, you're like, no, I'll be fine. No,
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
You're not being realistic with your own
Exactly.
expectations, but if it was someone else, then you...
So when she said that, I was just like, shut up. Like,
You think, mind your business.
you don't even know me. Like, what?
It's like, actually, she knows you quite well,
Yeah,
which is
she
why
does.
she knows. All right, well, now is the time of the episode where we are going to get to a listener question. If you are listening and you want to be a part of the conversation, you can do so by going to thissquareroom.com/ask. If you have a question, a story, if you have a response to something that we said in a previous episode, by all means, we want to hear it.
I want to
Again,
hear you.
that's thissquareroom.com/ask. Isn't it? Does it sound like I'm reading when I say that?
It sounds like you're reading when you talk.
Period.
Yeah, like when I listen to us, I was like, wow, like Joe sounds like very professional, very like reading everything she says. Even when you laugh, insert laugh.
Fuck you.
SpongeBob.
Okay, SpongeBob. Yeah. Who would Hugh Patrick
Read
then?
the goddamn question, lady.
That's not funny.
But you're not a Patrick personality. He's more of a Patrick personality.
Definitely.
I feel like I'm more SpongeBob personality.
You think so?
Squidward.
Like
I was gonna say Squidward.
I'm Squidward?
I would say Squidward.
Really? He hates everything. I do hate people, but like I feel like I'm just the most like
I don't think he hates everything. He's just more,
fed up.
yeah, like he's tired of everything.
Okay. Before we get into the listener question,
listener
who would I be then?
we just
Squidward.
said Squidward.
Why?
I
He
just-
hates. I don't know. I feel like okay. So who would you be? Mr. Krabs?
I want to be Sandy.
Oh, you would not be Sandy. You would
Who
not
would
be
I
Sandy.
be?
I
I feel like I'd be. What's the superhero's name? The old one.
Mermaid Man.
Yeah, I want to be Mermaid Man.
I could see it. I feel like he would be like Plankton, like just like low-key
Always
evil.
up to something, right? Yeah, I can see that too.
See, I would have guessed that Hugh-Gene would be Squidward just because of like, you know, when we're talking, Hugh-Gene's like, I don't care. Oh, whatever. It's stupid. Like, that's why I would, like, you know.
I'm fine with being my leg guy.
I was going to say, that was the other person you'd be. The one who's like, my leg.
My leg.
Actually, no. That's Des because he's always fucking himself up somehow.
For no reason.
That's you, Des. My leg. All right, so we're going to get to the... Actually, it's not a question today.
Oh no.
Today is a story that is being shared.
Oh, nice.
By,
Get to the fucking point.
It's being shared by a regular. Miss Sarah with an H is back with the
Oh, she's not dead.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, she didn't get lynched.
Oh god.
Jesus, Q. We need to get like a muzzle for Q. Sometimes it's like, nope.
No, shot caller. As soon as he starts,
That'll work for me. I'll turn it into pleasure.
oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Yeah, shock me! Shock me!
gross. It's like, ew, did you just...
I just came in my pants. Shot that baby batter in my pants.
Oh
Yuck.
boy.
Okay, but yes, so this is just a story for us to react to, not really asking for advice. So she starts off by saying, you know, sometimes I get bored and say yes to things that I know will be trash.
Sorry, I really like her just by the start of this. Sometimes I get bored and say yes to things. Oh my god. That made me smile.
Yeah, things that I know will be trash, but I already committed to. Prime example, this guy, Caucasian, important to the story, she put in like parentheses, asked me to FaceTime. I ignored him for a bit and I said, fuck it. I'm not doing anything. So here's the backstory. This guy adds me off of a dating app. We start talking on Instagram. Vibes are okay. Nothing special. Then he sends me a picture of him and his cat. I don't reply.
Yeah, I would not. So
He sends another one of just the cat. Again, I don't reply. After countless minutes, maybe a good 32 minutes, I reply, I could see now. Because I think he had captioned it, can you see? Like, because she didn't respond. So
want to see my cat?
he sent the pictures like, can you see it? She's
Want
like,
to see my pussy?
so she said, I could see now. I make no other comments or observations, and I act like I just fell asleep. And she has a screenshot, and it's, you know, she blacks out the cat's face as if we're gonna like identify the man through his pet. But the guy said, yeah, like, how about now? Like, you know, question. And she said, I could see now. Then he sent another one, and under the he like captioned the photo of the cat chilling like a villain. And then again, she didn't respond, and he said, she's only 7 months old. I got her when she was 9 weeks.
She doesn't care, you fucking nerd.
Yeah, she's not responding to this. So she said, the problem is I never asked anything about animals. These were just sent super randomly. Then she said, anywho, the day comes for the FaceTime. Okay, so we're finally on FaceTime, chill conversation, but the whole time he's dominating the conversation and at times talking over me. I chalk it up to nerves at this point. Then, out of nowhere, this man says, oh my God, you know who you look like?
My cat.
No.
Sorry, that's where this was going in my head.
No, he says, oh my God, you know who you look like? Meg the Stallion. She says, I start dying, LOL, because white people always tell me I look like random famous people that I don't. The only thing we usually have in common is our blackness. And then she put like...
Do you have a picture of her?
Huh?
Do you have a picture of her?
I've showed you guys her before, but yeah, I can...
Show her Meg the Stallion?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, she said Meg's is cute, so we'll take the compliment, but we don't look alike. So, she says, anywho, he keeps talking and the vaccine comes up. He asks if I got it. I go, no, not yet. I was waiting for the 1-shot vaccine instead of 2. He goes on a whole conservative white man speech about name brands and all vaccines are the same and all of the vaccines we have now cause problems and blah, blah, blah. And he basically starts to shoot himself in the foot. At this point, I'm tapped out and I'm only on this call for entertainment purposes. Here's where it gets interesting. He goes, I have a bone to pick with you and I'm not letting it slide. I go, okay, what? He says...
Is this all on FaceTime?
Yeah.
How the fuck did she remember all this shit?
I think it probably just happened.
Just fucking writing it down like this.
He says, why didn't you reply to my pictures about my cat?
God. Fucking nerd.
He says, why didn't you reply to my pictures about my cat? She said, I start laughing because I think this man is joking. He was not.
Obviously not. He asked the question.
He's hurt.
Yeah, but I would understand. It's like, hey, you didn't respond. Ha ha ha, like lighthearted.
No.
But
He's
clearly
hurt.
he was like,
No one would do that.
Like,
no
why?
guy would do that. If a guy's asking that question, he's hurt.
Because I feel like if I sent someone a picture of my dog unsolicited and they didn't say anything, like, hey, like, you know,
They don't give a fuck. Take the hint.
But I wouldn't be like, why didn't you respond?
Yeah, but
like,
just take the hint, man. Shit.
She said, remember, I don't know this man. I've never talked to him before this except for a short convo in the inbox on the dating app. So I answered the question in true Sarah fashion, honest and gentle as I could. I said, honestly, that was weird. I like animals, but why would you randomly send a stranger pictures of your cat? To be honest, I hate when people baby talk to their pets and are extra.
Hey, welcome to the party.
And he goes, so you hate cats? Would you rather me send you a picture of my balls?
What? What?
She says, I replied, well, no picture would have been best. Then she says this man was super butthurt and says, I don't think I could talk to you anymore. I think we need to end the call.
Oh, this is still on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she was like, okay. And then he goes...
Should have showed the balls. Buddy.
No, he goes, you suck, you suck, you suck. And then hangs up.
I don't think nerd is no, I think you're insulting nerds at this point, honestly.
Literally, like, he's yelling it, all caps, she wrote. She's like, he goes, you suck, you suck, you suck. And then hangs up.
Oh, poor guy.
She said, taken, this man was 34 years old.
This guy clearly has some issues, man.
She said, I can't anymore. These men are so crazy.
It's just the men you're going for, honey.
Sarah, I told you, DM me and stop playing.
You're gross. At the end, she says, I promise I don't have an invested interest about other people's animals. All of my true friends know I ain't the one. Reminds me of moms. I'm not a mom. So don't have a long ass conversation about what your child did at school, what they ate, or when they got their period. I'm the wrong audience. Maybe simple conversations, maybe 1 to 2 sentences I can do, but I'm not a 30-minute story about how cute it was when you took your dog for a walk with little Tommy. I'll die. And that's how she ended it.
Oh wow. That's a dweeb, I guess, but
Yeah, we're gonna go with dweeb.
yeah, but like,
I feel like he's just like kind of like a man child. Who does that?
what?
You suck,
and then hang up.
That like
All because
that's something maybe a 6-year-old would do.
No.
He threw a tantrum because she didn't care about his cat.
No.
Like it's not like she's like fuck cat. Like she's just like I don't care.
I don't care about animals.
I didn't
ask for
you.
a picture. Yeah.
The fact that he held on to it from like the time that they talked via text to whenever their FaceTime was, and was like, "Hey, I have a bone to pick with you."
Yeah, the guy has issues, man.
But yes, that is our weekly submission. Thank you so much for sharing.
At least we know where she is now.
Yeah, at least we know she's alive.
She's back home. She got
True.
out.
Oh, like Get Out reference?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I thought that's what you were referring to. But yes, if you are listening and you have an interesting story to share, again, it's thissquareroom.com/ask.
Sarah, would you ever adopt nigger?
Wait, what?
Oh, the fucking
nigger dog.
Don't call it Jesus.
What was the dog's name?
It was called Little Edward.
Oh, little nigger. Sorry, would you ever adopt little nigger?
Jesus, he was dying.
What? She ever adopt nigger? I was like, well.
First of all, you need to give context because
because I was very
there's people
confused.
who are listening for the first time today. They don't know that she's
I didn't
written
even
it
know
previously.
about fucking. Did you just say? Would you adopt nigger? I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus
honestly, I was
Christ.
confused. And
I thought
clicked.
you're right. The dog's name is Little Nigger.
But you have to give context to the people who have not been listening
okay.
for weeks, because I think this story that she shared was like January. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like,
you're right.
You
My
can't
apologies.
just say stuff
My
like that.
apologies.
So give them
Adopt
context
nigger.
since you already.
So
Said it.
Sarah with an H.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sarah with an H. She has written in before where she went to go visit a coworker who lives in the middle of God knows where. But long story short, the coworker is
She's a black woman for
yeah.
context.
The
African
coworker is, however, not a Caucasian, and she was in a situation, a very uncomfortable situation, where a dog ran up to her. The owner's dog ran up to her.
No, she said she doesn't know, because remember she spent the night and there was no animals there, and then the next day there were 2 dogs, and you're just like, where'd these dogs come from? You don't remember that part of the story?
I just remember dogs.
I remember the part.
And the white dog being called Little Nigger.
Yeah, it was like a little chihuahua or something.
Yeah, and it was white, and the owner was like, yeah, the name, like the dog's name is Little Nigger. So I just wanted to know, would she ever adopt that dog? Like, was it like, oh, this dog's actually kind of cute?
She
and
just
friendly.
said she doesn't care about animals.
Yeah, but maybe
No.
Little Nigger was crying for help.
Help! Help!
Probably
I don't want to be here anymore.
I want to change my name.
I'm not a nigger.
Imagine the dog's like, yo, my name is Greg, and they keep calling me.
You know what my problem is like, it's like when you go to like a dog park, if your dog is gone somewhere, you'd be like, Kobe, come here. Kobe, come here. There's no way you're yelling, Little Nigger, get over here.
All right, boy. Get.
Yeah, I feel like I get a lot of like when people are like, oh, like, what's your dog's name? And I'm like, Kingsley. They're like, oh, that's a nice name. But I feel like, Hugh, you probably get a lot of, really?
Yeah, I'm like,
they're like,
Ted.
what's your
They're
dog's
like,
name? And you're like, Ted. Or like if you're calling like Ted, they're like, oh my gosh, did you lose your child? And you're like, no, my dog right there.
Well, I don't say Ted. I say Oi, and then he comes.
Oh.
For Ted, I could just make sounds.
Yeah.
I think that's nice with him.
With Kobe, like, her name was Kobe. I love that story. Her name was Kobe. And
Which you stole from me because my first dog's name was Kobe, but thank you.
however, I did not steal it from you. I decided to name the dog Kobe because she was a female, and female dogs are technically bitches. And I thought Kobe Bryant was a...
Relax, he's dead. Be respectful. Be respectful.
When he was alive.
You get the point of what I was trying to
he
say.
still feels the same way.
Yeah. Nothing has changed. I will. Yeah.
A lot has changed, actually. It's not funny.
But I used to call Kobe.
Hugh-Gene.
Why would you say it like that?
I said a lot has changed. Because I mean, Des wasn't here at the time, but we had this episode and I talked about how much he has impacted my life and blah, blah,
I
blah.
already know that stuff.
Well, he knows. So, of course I would say it emotionally.
But I would call
Y'all are
Kobe
horrible.
Princess. So everybody else, if you say Kobe, she'll come. But I call her Princess. So if I'm like Princess, she'll come. So in public, I always yell Princess, Princess, Princess. So yeah, I get why you'd be like, oi!
Like, oi!
And he's like,
Get your ass over here.
when he said oi, I thought of sled dogs, but then a reindeer and a horse. It
You
was a
sound
horse.
like a pigeon.
Oh, it sounded like Birdman.
I'm a bird.
I'm like, is that supposed to be a dog?
I don't know what happened. It was.
Last little nig fucking trying to escape.
I can't. I honestly can't. No, Sarah's stories are always like, it's always like, how do you find these people?
Where?
Why are you attracting these weird ass people? What the hell's wrong with you?
Because I think she.
Actually, I know where. I don't want to like.
She even gave a different FaceTime one before. No.
Yeah.
He's the one who was upset that she wasn't reciprocating because we named the whole episode after it. It was outstanding cock.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
I have an
yeah.
outstanding cock. And
Yeah,
and do you not remember that one?
Yeah.
I think this is like her third story that she's written.
Yeah.
And like they're all just like wild. I think this was probably the most tame one, if anything.
It actually is.
My
yeah.
cock is great.
No, outstanding. He said.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Stop swiping on the weirdos.
No,
buddy.
man. Sarah just DM me. No cap.
Stop swiping on the weirdos.
But she also like even the coworkers are weird.
You gotta look. I don't know, man.
He was
You
like,
are
I
what
can't
you
help
attract, I guess. So you're probably a weirdo too, honey.
Oh boy.
She's not a weirdo.
yeah.
You got
Don't
a lot
talk
of
about
weirdos
my girl like
around.
that.
Ew. Yes.
Hey, man, we're all a little bit weird.
I can agree with that. I
I'm
don't
very
like
weird.
what you said. Yeah, I think you maybe saw Jesus. Actually, sorry, you saw the devil that night. You saw it. You saw Pennywise the clown.
You guys don't understand. My eyes were rolling. All I can think is, you've been here before.
This is not my first round, demon.
You know what? What I will do, however, is I will remember this and I'll videotape it one day. Like I'll put
I honestly would be scared to watch it. You're scared to watch it. I'm scared to watch that. No, I don't. That's scary.
It was terrifying.
Oh my god. Okay, let me ask you guys.
Don't ask me anything.
What is one of the experiences that you've had with someone else involving like poor hygiene? I will go first and give you an example of what I mean. So there is this guy. He was, really nice guy. He was very kind and like musically inclined. Like he played the guitar really well and blah blah blah. And like we were dating and seeing each other. And at one point I was at his house and we were and I know he smoked weed every now and then. He wasn't like not like you does, not like,
Not a pothead.
not killing himself with weed butter, but and I don't know if it was the weed butter or what, but like, or sorry, the weed butter. Now I'm mixing up everybody's stories. I don't know if he smoked or not. But I remember being over at his house and like, he would like play the guitar for me. Like it was really cool. And, we sit down, like we're about to kiss and he comes up to my face and like his mouth smelled like, I'm not even joking. It smelled like shit, like actual poop. I had never smelled. Normally, like bad breath has like still a breath smell, but this was shit. It's like, oh, haha, your breath smells like shit. No, your breath smells like feces, sir. And I had to do the whole, I'm not ready, no, like because you don't want to like kiss the person, but you don't want to offend them. I think we only dated for a few months, but it was like, and it happened a couple times. It wasn't every time, but I was like, it's either you're not brushing your teeth or you're not brushing your tongue or
you're eating shit.
Yeah. But that is probably the one standout thing in terms of hygiene that I can think of with someone. Do you guys have any experiences?
No.
I mean, you did tell that story a few months ago, Des, with the girl and her stank cooch.
See, I don't know if it's hygiene. I don't want to say it's hygiene if it's a one-time
pH
thing.
balance.
Or no, not her. A different story.
Oh, another sticky puss.
No,
You gotta tell these people, man.
it wasn't a smelly area.
Smelly butthole.
So
Let him get to it.
I was 13.
What the
14.
hell? Is this a sexual experience?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're fucking 13, you fuck. God damn it.
Me and this girl went for a walk.
How old was she?
Maybe 17.
Yo, these bitches are pedophiles.
That. I don't like that.
Why?
We're gonna have a conversation about this maybe on a future episode, but I don't like older women exploiting, even though like not over 18, but I know a lot of people who've had experiences where like the guy is anywhere from 12 to 14 and the girl is like 17, 18, and I don't think that's
society
appropriate.
Doesn't give a shit.
That's not appropriate in my opinion.
Yeah, but
It's not, but I like it.
Of course.
So we decided we're gonna go for a walk.
Let me take advantage of you.
I drove.
What?
Yeah. She didn't teach me how to drive, but every time we were together, she'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead, drive."
What the fuck?
So I drove. We got to the area. We were walking. It's like it's not even a forest. It's
He was
just
like in disbelief right now. His face is like, is this guy for real?
It's like a path. It's weird to explain. But there's a pathway. It's not a forest, but there's like tall grass and stuff, like whatever. So we walk through it. We walk to the end. Nobody's there. Whatever. We're just walking and talking. There's a bench in the middle. We end up on the bench. We're kissing, making out, and now we start having sex.
Sorry, you said you were how old?
13,
And
yeah.
she was 17.
Yeah. So we're having sex on the bench. She's on her back. Okay, whatever. And then I turn her over doggy style. So now I'm stroking. Stroking, right? I need you guys to picture this, right?
I don't want to picture it. You're 13.
I'm stroking, and I'm spreading the cheeks, and now I see poo droplets and toilet paper. As I
Just like
I spread the cheek, and I literally I just looked down, I saw it, and I thought to myself,
Ew,
do I stop or do I keep going? That's exactly what I did. I just closed it and held the cheeks together because I don't want it to open. What if a poo droplet falls on my penis?
I know to go on her.
That's weird.
That's cross contamination.
Yeah, she get an infection.
That's her problem.
What is this? Fecal matter.
I didn't tell her about it.
I would. Did you fuck her again?
Oh, of course.
I would tell her.
At least she wipes because there's toilet paper.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
She's got a hairy butt.
Not really.
Then she has no excuse.
Yeah, it wasn't where it's one or two. It was
maybe it's sometimes there's cheap toilet paper and that's why I like.
But
Charmin.
even if there's cheap toilet paper, you use more.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
wipe
No,
more
but
than once.
No, I know, but I'm saying maybe you don't realize that the cheap public bathroom
shredded.
toilet paper that falls apart. Yeah, I literally last week I went to Costco and bought Charmin because it's the best. It's thick and nice. And
what are you doing? I'm.
Yeah,
blowing on your asshole.
I can picture it. I remember exactly. I see the shit and the toilet paper. Even to this day.
That's funny because I remember in high school there was I think when this happened I was friends with the guy. I was acquaintances with the girl, but these my peers. But I guess they had sex and it wasn't that it wasn't toilet paper residue. I think they were. Well, I don't think they were having anal sex, and he was talking about the fact that every time he pulled out, he just smelled poop. It was wafting, the smell.
Oh, that's the thing.
But it's anal. What do you do about
That's
that?
how you prepare. You don't just do anal all willy nilly. You gotta
Go
clean
to
that
high
shit
school.
out.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't. Were they in Catholic school?
No, they went to.
I want to keep myself pure.
They went
Fuck
to
my
my school.
asshole.
You fuck.
But that's the thing.
You gotta prepare for that shit.
The smell of asshole when you have sex
Yeah,
wafts up.
Yeah, that's
so
what
I can understand every time he
because
goes
he said it was
backwards.
doggy style.
Yeah,
so
And he
it
kept
was
going.
yeah.
He kept going and then went to school and spread it around. Because there's no reason I should know this story.
What a fuck.
Yeah, there's no reason to
Dick.
know this story. Yeah,
It was-
that's crazy.
It was kind of an asshole thing to do. No pun intended.
No,
That's a good one.
Yeah, her butthole smell like shit. One, you did anal in high school. Come on. That's daddy issues out the ass. And then
No.
literally,
No.
she had a dad.
Yeah.
Not enough attention.
Her family, she has one of those families that are so good looking. The mom is beautiful, the dad is
That
hot.
causes a lot
she
of
has
issues.
two brothers
Was she
and
hot?
she's gorgeous. Yes.
But is the mom prettier than her?
They almost look like sisters. They look like twins.
So the mom's prettier than her.
I don't think so.
No, because the fact that the mom's old and she
Maybe
looks like
I
that
can
young
go on Facebook and see.
adds to
I'll show
the
you
mom's
guys.
hotness.
I don't know. Maybe.
And then the dad's hot too.
The dad that's a zaddy. Like he was.
See, that's the problem.
And like her brothers were attractive. Like it was just a good looking family. But she was gorgeous too.
Was she the youngest?
I don't think so. She might be the middle. I don't remember.
Ah,
I didn't
she's the
really know
middle.
her
I've seen
brothers.
more issues,
I've
yeah.
just seen like pictures of them on Facebook.
No
I
one
know
cares about
her.
the middle child.
Nobody cares about the middle child.
I'm not sure. I don't think she's the oldest, but I don't know if she's the youngest.
Why are you gonna be doing anal in high school?
I had other friends who did anal. You know my one friend that kind of got around. I told you about. She did everything.
The sugar one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey man, gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's funny that we're talking about this. A couple of days ago, I was on this chat site, and there's a group of people I always talk to or used to, but I haven't really been on it like that lately, so they think I'm like disappeared or whatever. So I went on, and I'm having a conversation with them, and this guy's in the comments section, because you could be video, audio, or just in the comments. So I'm audio, most of them are video. This guy's in the comment section, and he was like, oh yeah, so-and-so, peed on this guy's doorstep. And I was like, wait, what? Like, why would she pee on somebody's doorstep? So they had gotten into an argument, because this guy is supposed to be in a polygamous relationship.
What's that mean again?
Pretty much like he's dating more than one person at the same time. Like they all are dating each other.
Okay.
However, the girl he originally started the polygamous relationship with, so his first girlfriend, didn't like the second one anymore. So it was like, okay, get rid of her, because the guy's like, he's not going to get rid of the first one. Yeah. So he kind of boots the second one. The second one didn't like that. Yeah. However, now on this chat site, word went around that the girls he sleeps with, he tells them before they come and see him, they cannot shower for at least 3 days. Oh. Because he shut up. Because this made me think of you when you were like, ooh, musty. Yeah.
3 days is pushing it. I say do some jumping jacks.
You thought of Hugh when this man said he stank cooch?
Only because
Hugh was... thought Hugh-Gene like a week-old stale pussy?
Not week old.
I like a marinate over the night.
Okay, fair enough.
Or just do some jumping jacks.
Hugh likes a 12-hour marination.
Yeah.
8 to 12 hours.
That's 72 hours.
But Hugh did cross my mind.
That's
Eugene,
that.
Honestly, Hugh, I'm offended for you.
I'm not that offended.
That's why I'm offended on your behalf.
Well, I imagine her taking that red.
So he used to tell them, don't shower for 3 days. And I was like, okay, what girl is going to agree to this? Like, what?
Dumb.
So they were, the guy in the comments was just like, yeah, Des,
a lot of women would.
That's what he said. He's like, a lot of women would, but he chooses women that are like they definitely would. Like, you look at them and you're like, yeah.
Like, you probably don't on a daily basis anyway.
Exactly. So this is nothing to you.
They're like, only 3 days? You sure you don't want me to go longer?
Now.
I can go 2 weeks.
This is where fetishes come in.
Yeah, because a lot of men will buy panties online and they're like, I want you to wear these for a couple days. I want you to work out in them, and then you mail the panties. Oh, I don't like that nasal.
Ew.
Yeah. How
Sorry, it's
been...
everyone wearing headphones.
Yeah.
So apparently, he's confirming all of this too. He's not denying it. They had hundreds of people in this chat room exposing him, and he's just like, yeah, I like what I like.
Cooch, bro.
Own it.
Now, fetishes. So he also tells them to shit on his chest.
Okay. Now
and he eats it.
And he openly
admitted to it. So it's not like this girl's talking shit or this girl
So here's the thing. Once you say that, now the 3-day
looks like nothing.
coochie is okay, that's
absolutely nothing.
It's nothing in comparison.
Exactly.
I love it.
And I was like,
because if you said it after, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes.
And I was like, what? No, you guys are everyone's okay with this. Everyone's like, yeah, it's just a fetish. No, that's not okay. He
needs to go to the doctor.
He needs help.
No. He's ingesting feces. He
needs help.
Okay. Hey, maybe that was my ex who since his breath smelled like shit. Maybe.
That's why when you told the story, that's what I thought about. That's why I said maybe he's eating shit. Like,
Yeah, I do, man.
so yeah, and apparently like another girl from the past, like
Shit on my chest.
when he broke up with her, she shit on his car, like on top of his car.
Stop it. I know what that is. It's a 2 girls 1 cup music.
Oh my god, Hugh! Oh my god! How'd you know that so fast? I pulled my penis out right here.
Because in one of our first episodes ever, we were talking about it. And I'm like, I'd never seen it. I've heard of it, but I never saw it. And he made me watch it.
I
on
didn't make
the
you
podcast.
do anything. You did it by your own choice. You could have
I'm
walked
sorry
out.
for your loss.
And he loves to sing the music, and he thinks it's funny. And
That
that's how
music
I
gives me
knew.
PTSD, man.
That's how I know, because it was right here on the podcast. One of our first, in the first 5
slithering
episodes.
Shit coming out when I hear that.
Yeah.
Piano.
The cousin I live with now, Jade, he sent me this. I don't remember what grade we're in, but he sent me a link. I click it. I see 2 girls kissing.
No.
Pause it. I'm sitting at my dinner table. Nobody's home but me. Okay? Sitting at my dinner table. I remember this perfectly. I'm sitting where my stepdad usually sits because that's like the dad chair.
The head of the
Yeah.
household.
I'm
See,
the head.
I'm the
now.
man.
I'm the head of the household. I'm gonna put up the head of my household.
You have to laugh. So I'm sitting in the chair. I have my laptop on the
okay,
table.
Wheezy.
That I think of Snigglefritz when he does that.
How do you... Your mind. Oh, my God. Sniggle
All
Fritz
I
is
did was TV.
from what?
Big comfy couch.
Oh, my God. That was the aunt's cat, right?
The aunt's cat.
Wasn't
Granny Garbanzo.
Oh, Granny.
Yeah.
What was the Auntie McCaster?
Yeah, the black lady.
Yeah, my friends say I remind her of her.
So I like my laptop's open because that was MSN day. So he sent the link on MSN. I pause it. Laptop's open. I remember I scoot down my pants to my knee. I got my cock in my hand, right? Because yeah.
Wait, so you're bare ass on your stepdad's chair?
Bare ass. So cock's in hand. I press play and I start stroking. As the video proceeds and I see the cup and everything else that happens after that, cock in hand the whole time, staring, frozen because I could not move. I could not believe what I saw. Do you know what I did after that? I watched
Masturbated?
every other one. There's 2 girls, 1 pretzel, 2 guys, 1 horse.
Oh yes,
And that's how
That's
Dez's poop fetish was born.
I've seen 2 guys. That guy died.
Yeah.
I heard about there was a guy in a jar. Like he put a jar in his asshole and it like went all the way in
There's
and broke.
there's Beanie Paint Olympics.
That's what the whole thing was.
2
so.
kids in a sandbox.
Not the children.
There's a guy who
Lemon party.
cut off his penis.
Okay. Ooh, no.
Because it was the Pain Olympics thing. That's what the whole thing was. Like you get like $1 million or something like for the worst
It's like
thing.
the dark web.
That's
shit.
yeah. That's why everybody was doing like around that time. That's why all that came out.
See, when I started this topic, I did not think it would go to cutting off your own penis and eating it. I didn't think it would go that far.
Sometimes you need the protein.
Oh boy.
Well, I was gonna share with you. Well, Hugh, you don't have any bad hygiene stories, even if it's not like a sexual thing. Like
I
just
can't think of anything though.
you have never experienced like anything.
A guy friend, like something.
A rancid fart, nothing. I've had a lot. He's
Of
like,
my own.
He's like, yeah, I was about to say only your own.
I can't think of anything right now.
Even at work. Oh my god. Really? You don't smell people who stink? I was working one day and I'm working like by these ladies because they can't move, but I'm cleaning around them. And I'm just like, and I move because I thought it was me I really thought it was me. And I'm like, this is not okay. Like I'm going to have to go to the bathroom and use some hand soap or something. So like I quickly like act like I'm wiping my nose to smell my armpit. And I'm like, no, it's not me. So I go back and I'm cleaning. And one of the ladies look at me and she's looking at me like with a dead look in her eyes. So, but I talked to her. So I go over her. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, Des, please go turn off that fan. And I'm like, what? She's like, this lady fucking stinks. And like, she's saying it loud enough for the lady to kind of hear, but not to be rude. But she's just like, I need you to turn off the fan because it's blowing in this direction for the past 30 minutes and I'm going to lose my shit. And when I went to go turn off the fan, the lady's like, oh, but I'm hot. I was like...
Well, you smell hot, lady.
I didn't know what to tell. I didn't know.
You should be like, ma'am, those pits are hot. Like, you got to do something.
And that's the thing. The problem is, like, even at work... even at work, like it's a part of our GMP. Like you have to smell decent.
Yeah, same with us. Yeah,
you can't, because we work with food. You can't like smell like perfume all over the place, but you need to smell decent.
Have fungus coming out.
Yeah, and as a supervisor, like we're supposed to go like, hey Hugh, you
smell
in a nice way.
Yes,
we're gonna have to send you home because you smell. Yeah. But nobody ever likes to be that person except for my old boss. He would be like, yo, buddy, when was the last time you took a shower? Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, we can't do this. GMP. And I'm like, oh, that person feels so bad.
It's not your fault. It's their fault.
Well, I actually have a few stories that I think this is mostly women, if not all women, who are sharing stories
about these smelly ass niggas.
Basically. So there's a few of them. So the first one, this woman says, I was dating this guy a few years ago when I was truly lost in life. He came on to me and we started having sex, and all I could smell was fish on his skin and hair.
She wants to smell her own cooch?
No, because on his skin and hair, like I think that's obvious.
Right.
She said, I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't come, I couldn't breathe. The smell was so awful, but luckily he never lasted long. Afterwards, he confessed he needs to have a shower because he works in a fish factory and hadn't had a shower from his last shift, which was the day before. Since then, I have not been able to go to the fishmongers or listen to any of the songs that were playing in the background because it still haunts me. That one sucks, but I don't think that's too bad.
I don't like the fact that she had to put that, like, she was like in the darkest place of her life. Like, wow, like, okay.
Well, she's probably just like, damn, like,
that's how deep I was.
Nothing left to lose. Like, let me have sex with a
fish boy over here.
Okay, next one. This girl says, this guy I was vibing with took me back to his place, and I was ready to bust it wide open. Jeez! But the moment he opened the door, it smelled so bad. There was trash stacked against the wall and surrounding an already overflowing bin. The floor and couch was covered in stains and hookah coal burns and ants everywhere. I asked to use the bathroom to just regroup, and sis, skid marks everywhere in the toilet. I told him I needed to leave. My roommate lost her keys and had no way of getting into our place. I have never been that disgusted in my life.
Yeah, that's actually ill.
That's just a dude, bro.
Nah.
The ants and
that's
garbage
just a
piles.
fucking dead, raw dude.
So you're saying if we go to your toilet right now,
bro,
skid marks in
fucking
there?
the skid marks everywhere, dude. Fucking yeah, bro. Fucking on the floor too, my bro.
But like, you bring people to your house. You know what's accepted and what's not.
It's worked.
Unless like he grew up in that type of environment, so he thinks that's normal.
No,
I don't know.
It's just a dude, bro.
This girl says, so one time I was giving head to a guy and he asked me to open my mouth so he could spit in it.
Yes! I mean,
You're nasty. He formed a spit bubble, which was orange.
No, don't do it.
And before he could spit in my mouth, first of all, the fact that she was like, okay, like,
open your mouth, baby.
Before he could spit in my mouth, I immediately went, whoa. And he was like, what? And then, wait, is my mouth bleeding? And when I said yeah, he was like, oh, it does that sometimes.
What do you mean it does that sometimes?
That's like fucking gingivitis.
That's a problem.
If your mouth just bleeds out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
Ew, so he's about to spit his bloody
in her mouth.
But listen, mark my words on this podcast right now. I am never letting someone spit in my mouth. Period.
That's what kissing is.
No, I don't think so. Yes, you are swapping spit, but I'm not letting someone hawk up a loogie from like in their throat.
You know what? I haven't tried it, but I do really want to like spit.
Oh, we know your reaction to this story.
Yeah, I was really excited.
Until you heard that the spit bubble was orange.
It's crazy.
It's gross.
Even like talking
it makes
about
your pee-pee hard.
Even talking about making out.
The idea of spitting in someone's mouth makes your pee-pee hard?
Probably like not now, but I imagine in the moment
it
she's like,
spit
in my mouth. I'm like,
sexy.
you fucking whore!
If someone told you to spit in their mouth, you would do it here?
I in the moment maybe.
But I already know your answer, which is why I'm not asking.
In the moment, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, like maybe.
Because if someone was like, let me spit in your mouth. I'd be like, sir, call me an Uber now.
Yeah, she's like, spit on me. I'm like, okay.
It's crazy. I was making out with this girl a couple years ago, and it's the first time I've ever had someone physically suck my tongue, and I got so hard, I thought I was gonna die. The things that women know how to do, hallelujah.
One time I was
Right?
someone,
You gotta think about it.
and he like tried to bite my lip, and it was so painful. I was like, don't do that. Someone bit your lip to the point your lip is like out here.
And it's dragging. Looking like Bubba.
No, and he's like holding it in his mouth, and we're like an inch apart, and I'm like, ow, you're fucking trying to stretch out my whole face.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it look like Bubba Gump
It
Barrel.
literally felt like he was trying to not gently, like playfully bite my lip. Like it felt like he was trying to bite it off.
He thought he was being sexy.
And after that, like, yeah, shit like that. I'm like, I'm never gonna kiss. Like, there's so many people who I've had like one-off experiences with, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say
Like
it like that.
one who literally what?
There's so many people I've had one-off experiences with.
Well, it's not so many. I can think of 3. I told
Yeah,
you.
that's why I said don't say it like that.
Well, that's true. I'm talking about kissing though. I'm not.
Oh, one off. I get one off every night.
Okay.
He's talking about shooting them ropes.
Next story. This girl says, my ex got his own place about 6 months into our relationship, and he was not house proud at all.
What's that mean?
To the point when I couldn't go around to cook. What? Oh, sorry. The point when I would go around to cook, he couldn't, and I'd end up cleaning the whole kitchen with several days of backlog while he sat on his useless behind. So I guess she means like house proud, like he didn't maintain his house. He wasn't, sat on his useless behind. Used to have to tell him to wash his bed sheets because he'd leave them on till they literally smelled like beef hula hoops.
How's a beef hula hoop?
I don't want to find out. One time I stayed around and noticed he ran out of hand wash, so used a bit of shower gel. When I asked him when he ran out, he said a few days ago. So I asked what he's been washing his hands with after he pooped. He looked embarrassed and said, "Oh, hot water." Which means he did not.
Yeah. To answer your question, Hugh, you know those ring chips?
Oh, yes.
But beef flavored.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
What are those chips called again?
Hoops.
Beef hula hoops.
Oh, there's...
Yeah.
Oh, it's literally... Oh.
Yeah.
But there, you know the one I'm talking... There's another...
It starts with an F. Fritos.
Fritos.
It's Fritos.
Fritos and corn chips.
I like that shit. Put it on your hands.
Yeah.
Like, look at me, bitch. I got the fucking bling, bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. You're a tinfoil over the teeth grills kind of kid, huh?
I'm fucking shining.
All right, next one. She says, so I was talking to this guy for a bit and he invited me to his home. Now, I didn't like how this man dressed. His hair on... What? Oh, I didn't like how this man dressed, his hair, or the high level of plaque on his teeth.
Oh,
First
boy.
of all, if you can see the plaque... or the high level of plaque on his teeth, but he was a nice guy, so I was willing to overlook these things.
No.
First mistake. So we met and went to Sainsbury's because he was going to cook for me, and I'm just getting this strong smell of wet dog in the air. What? Because he said he was going to cook for me, and I'm just getting this strong smell of wet dog in the air. As I wondered where it was coming from, I realized he was the wet dog. So we went back to his, and despite the way my nose was being offended, we did knock boots. I feel like that's something he would say, knocking boots. It was disgusting. His saliva was thick as hell, so kissing him wasn't...
Why do you put yourself through
Wait, let her finish, because I was going to say that too.
I know someone who had thick saliva too. It was disgusting. His saliva was thick as hell, so kissing him was gross. And please tell me why, when I start sucking his dick, I'm tasting piss. Sorry. It's actually a piss take, because when I know I'm going to be intimate with someone, I shave, exfoliate, and moisturize 3 times.
Moisturate.
moisturize, because it's spelt wrong. Moisturize 3 times, but my man couldn't even take a quick shower or wash under his hood properly. Needless to say, I had to end things with him after this experience.
Why did you continue the experience, you dumb fuck?
First of all, the fact that he smelled, do you think his dick is gonna be clean?
Honestly,
I always hear girls do this shit. I'm like, why do you continue?
Why?
You know
Stop.
what? It's because we don't want to offend. Like, compare me to the two of
Let's
you.
think about the long term.
Both of you are a lot more blunt and honest than me. Like, I knew a guy and he would talk. You know, sometimes people get like saliva on their mouth, but like it was so thick and you would see the. I've never seen.
Let's be like.
No, but it was just his saliva was just thick. Like that, you have to fix that from the inside out.
I don't get it. Like, think about the long term. Think long term.
Why would his dick still
But think
taste
long term.
like piss?
You think long term. The problem is you guys are thinking. You're not thinking long term. You're like, you know what?
I can answer that for you.
Yeah, you answer it. I don't.
So if his pee tastes like pee, maybe he's probably uncircumcised.
She said he didn't clean under his hood.
He peed.
He got that cottage cheese dick.
He peed.
He probably had smegs.
But he
all
didn't
over
like
the place.
shake it off properly.
Yeah, he didn't shake it
And
off.
he just put it back in.
Yeah, you gotta shake it off, man.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get that drip.
You have to shake.
Yeah, you gotta be like,
Shaking's important. Not masturbate, but you have to
you
shake.
gotta shake it off. Just
Anything more than 3
shake, and
yeah.
sometimes you gotta dab it.
Yeah.
You got toilet paper? Or you got,
quick dab. Yeah, but don't let the toilet paper like
because then it gets
stuck. And,
Because then it'd be like the girl that you saw.
yeah, with the butt.
Why do that to yourself? I don't get it.
You know how many sinks my dick has been in?
Sink? Oh, like
To quick wash that off.
horse bath, yeah.
What?
A horse bath.
Horse baths when you use a baby wipe.
No, because back in the day, when an actual whore in between clients, she had to freshen up quickly, so you just take a little bath in the sink. It's a horse bath.
I've been taking horse baths for years.
Well, you are a horse, so I feel like every bath you take is a horse bath.
Good point.
Moving on. But yeah, that's the thing. Now I guess you don't need like you said, you can just use a baby wipe, but that's the idea of it. Like a quick freshen up is like a horse bath. Not is, like it is. So this person says, my ex had no personal hygiene. We started as a long distance relationship where when I saw him, he would always be clean and freshly showered. Oh, how that changed when we moved in together. To the point when I refused to have sex and I couldn't get wet because his whole being stunk. Like, don't get me started on his breath. I would run him showers, baths, and put toothpaste on his toothbrush to make him clean because he was revolting and he just wouldn't look after himself.
Yeah, dudes are savages, man.
He made me physically sick. I had to leave because ain't no way I'm staying with a grown-ass man, 14 years my senior, who can't look after himself.
Why are you in that predicament? I understand it was a long distance relationship.
She said they were always clean.
but now you're with him.
Right, she said she left. She said she realized.
This obviously took a while.
True, but I understand that sometimes men, like, they feel, I don't know, like, comfortable in their must. So, like, sometimes you can't just leave them immediately. I think you got to tell them. And if they... What? I don't see anything wrong with... I guess that's where I'm different from you guys. So, if a girl had bad hygiene, you just leave her? You wouldn't tell her?
No, I would tell her.
I would tell her and
Right.
I
I
would
would
leave.
leave. Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't give her a chance to correct
No.
it?
No. Stinky puss is disgusting.
No.
You wouldn't...
No.
Damn.
It's just
You're
worse.
grown. What
It's
do
just,
you mean?
For some
Like-
reason, for a girl, I expect better.
But that's not fair.
Yeah, life.
You guys are such
Life.
hypocrites.
Yeah, life.
That's the...
I don't expect better. It's not that I expect better.
You guys
It's that you're
never-
grown.
Because when your shit's stinky, that means something's wrong.
you are grown. You can't tell me
When
you don't smell
when
that.
my shit's stinky, it's either I got some cheese
Oh, boy.
or I'm just sweaty. But when a vagina is
No.
stinky,
No.
but I mean, normally the time.
I'm not on the same page as him.
I know,
Just-
but
when
you know what I
look at
mean.
him.
But you know what I mean.
Yes, sometimes it could be an internal issue, but it could be with men too.
Most times not. It's just
But
just
women can
ran.
have an issue with
just ran
cleanliness
for a
as
while.
well, especially because we have more like
Sorry.
folds and crevices.
Sorry, man.
If those aren't cleaned properly,
your
that could
tit
be a
fold
reason.
smells. Your tit me if I lift your tit up. And
You said your tit fold.
If I lift your tit,
Like
no,
the
I'm like,
underboob. Oh my god!
Pulling out
But
some
that's the
cream
thing.
cheese.
It's funny because when
just
I shower,
scratch it, and my fingers dirt.
Ugh.
on your
No,
tit.
when I shower, I use exfoliating gloves, and like I purposely like you got to do like the cup under, and like you do in between. Like you got to wash everywhere.
Yeah, no, I do my pee pee, man. I got smooth ass pee pee because of that.
You use exfoliating
On my
gloves.
cock.
While he's beating off.
no, that's pain.
Jesus.
No, for me, no.
For, like-
I'll let you know.
I don't think, but you'd let them know on your way out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your vagina smell.
No, I would be like, hey, like, you know.
Like, I could understand a rough day. Like, I understand a rough day.
Yeah, like after a day of work.
But if I see that this is you, I'm not here for it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, here, babe, come brush your teeth. Come, you gotta lotion, you gotta shower, you're grown.
True,
you know
true,
these things.
true.
My mouth, because I'm a patron of vagina licking. If I go there and I'm just like, and I'm not, no, goodbye.
It's you even know before
See, but
that.
then for you like a
Little
marinated,
bits, little bits.
You like a seasoned.
That's a night,
lightly
8
seasoned.
hours.
Swiss chalet.
There you go, just like a little bit of MSG.
You like a light marination. Light marination.
Not like a day.
But what if for her it's like 8 hours is light and by 9 hours she's funky? Like, what if you
I'm
know?
gonna let you know.
Right, but then you're gonna leave.
Yeah,
it depends. If let's say this is horror Hugh-Gene, okay?
Horror-Gene?
This is horror-Gene. If this is horror-Gene, I don't owe you anything, so I'm gonna just tell you your shit. Maybe I might tell you, maybe not. I'm just gonna go. I have no obligation to be. I'm not your friend. We're just fucking. So I'm not gonna care. If this is horror-Gene. If this is girlfriend, I'm gonna let you know.
But you're still gone.
I'll stay. Wash your shit, and then we'll go.
Wash your shit.
But if this is like Horheen.
He's changing his name all over now.
My name Horheen?
It's like he's trying to say Jorge, but like Jorge.
No, if it's Horheen, then I'm gone. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Jorge, do you know your name?
He doesn't know his name.
Man.
We know he doesn't know his name
changes.
already.
Like, sir?
Hugh Whore. My name's
okay.
Gore.
Here's the next one. I can't address you. She says, I was giving him a massage before intimacy, and he flipped over onto his stomach.
Oh, yes.
The worst smell I've ever smelled in my life was emanating from his behind.
Wait. He flipped onto his stomach?
Yeah, so she was probably like, he was on his back first.
Yeah, and then
he
flipped
rolled
on
over
his
on his
stomach.
stomach, ass in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, I pictured what you thought first.
Like, wait, why?
I was like, wait, his stomach's in the air. How are you smelling his
why
ass?
is
No,
there ass with her
onto
dick?
his stomach.
Yeah.
Onto his stomach.
He likes this one.
Because now he's getting the visual. Yeah. So the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life was emanating from his behind. It's crazy how some straight men literally refuse to wipe their ass correctly. Preach, girl. That's it. That's the whole story. No comment?
No, no comment. I don't know why, but I remember being in high school and I was sitting in an assembly and there's this mixed girl sitting in front of me. You know when it's like they're young and have a lot of hair and don't know what to do with it, and maybe like, this might sound bad, but she probably lives with her mom who's white and doesn't know what to do with her hair either. So it's just mess all the time. I remember sitting there and I was just like, something fell and I looked down and like it got up and started flying and it went back in her hair. So I was going to try and like flick it out because I'm not an asshole. So like, I don't want her to walk around with a fly in her hair. But when I looked closer, there were several flies in her hair. And when it fell, it's like, no, let me go back home. And I was just like, I tapped my friend and I'm like pointing in her hair and the flies were just like chilling. Like, you know, in Family Guy when the birds were in Peter's beard, it was like that was their home. And I was like,
It's a nice
I
home.
can't sit here.
It's a nice home.
I can't because I can't unsee it. I can't.
Quite warm.
It's like, I don't know, people like, it's bad and I don't understand how you, like, if I smell bad, I know I smell bad.
Yeah, I know. It smell bad. Yeah.
Like, even,
I can only take so much musk on my own.
like, my room is not clean all the time.
Yeah, same.
Like you say, like, oh, it's a guy, you know, whatever. Sometimes my garbage is overflowing, whatever. But if I have someone coming over, all of that is gone, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe
Always
I don't
throw in the closet.
hide it.
Yeah.
Hide it.
How is she supposed to hide her flies if she puts a hat?
No,
on? They're
not
gonna
her. I just
suffocate
meant
them.
like these stories of
I'll just,
these
like, throw
guys.
Maybe they're like her
I'll throw a
pets.
towel over it or something.
You hungry?
Yeah, put some crumbs up there. Okay, so the last one, this woman says, I was giving my ex head.
It's stinky dick, right?
He stood in front of me while I sat on the edge of the bed. He asked me to put a finger in his bum, which of course I did.
Of course.
Or rather, I was about to do. As soon as I touched his booty hole, it just felt very mushy. I haven't even gotten to the the punchline, and he's like,
I would never do that to somebody. If I knew I had like some like little shardness in my butt.
He probably didn't know.
You know. You fucking know.
Maybe he's used to his asshole being
You
unclean, so he doesn't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I would not do that to someone. If I had a little poop in there, I'll clench my ass.
So she says, as soon as I touched his booty hole, it just felt very mushy. When I looked at my finger that I had yet to put in, so she just put it on, not in, his booty hole.
Please stop.
Eugene is going to cackle, I know it. When I looked at my finger that I had yet to put in his booty hole, there was a sweet corn stuck to it.
No, stop.
There was a sweet corn stuck to it with a side serving of poo.
With a side? So there's more corn than poo. Oh my. Joe, don't laugh. Man, I had to take off the headphones.
She said it's been 7 years and I haven't been able to play with another man's booty hole ever since.
That's not funny. That's so nasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I want to do butt stuff, I want to make sure my butt's like completely clean.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna
go to the bathroom, open up your cheeks, and
wipe a couple times, get a baby wipe again.
The fact that there was corn on the outside.
It's also on the entrance of his butt.
Right, but that's outside of his body.
No, the problem is the corn is on her finger.
Well, how'd she just get the corn on her finger? She had to dig a little bit.
No.
She just went
that's like saying like maybe he took a shit and just didn't wipe.
Yeah.
Cause
she specified she had yet to put her finger inside. She just touched it and it felt
and mushy. So she pulled her finger back, and when she
Right.
looked, there was corn with side of poo.
He might have sharted himself a little bit. I don't know, man.
Maybe, but
No, man.
When you came, have you farted?
Yeah.
No, okay.
you guys fart and cum at the same time?
Sometimes, yeah. Honestly, sometimes when like I know I'm about to come, I have to try and stop it because I have to take a poop, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to shit. He was like, finally, I can let it out. You know how long I've been living with this.
Oh shit!
Is that true?
Yeah, because the forest is not far off from your butt.
Yeah.
That's happened to you as well?
I've sharted a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it happen with like a girl? Or
No, for me, I was another person, but it happened by myself.
Yeah, it happened with a girl.
I'm like, oh!
you farted?
And you just clench your butt cheeks together. And I'm like, I gotta go pee so bad. Like, because you know, sometimes when you finish coming, like, you have to pee. And I'm like, I gotta go pee. And I went to the bathroom.
What the fuck?
For real. Even sometimes when I'm getting head, I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta take a shit. Like, don't do anything crazy, please. And then she starts lifting my balls, and I'm like, like, stay up here. Yeah, it happens.
It's the same muscle, kind of.
It happens.
It's not the same muscle, but it's within the same area, man.
Oh, it happens. What can I say?
You're just clenching so
You're praying to God. You don't let go.
It's happened to me before. No, I've had like the feeling of farting.
Just fart.
Just needing to fart while stuff's happening.
See, my problem is the needing to fart. I'm afraid that it's not gonna be just a fart.
You're afraid that it's more than a fart.
Yeah. Because like you said, the sensation is so close, and like, can you imagine like you think it's just a fart while you're getting head, and like.
Well, no, I'm getting head. I won't chance it. Well, I'm jerking off.
Why would you want to fart when you're getting head anyways?
You can't
you're
control
farting,
it.
If you feel like you want to fart,
let it go because you're gonna fart in the girl's face.
But no. Like, let's say she's on her knees or whatever, and you're just like, okay, I can let
that's
out a
too
silent
close.
one.
No, because her head's down there and your
control
asshole's
it. If you
down there
come,
too.
you're gonna fart at the same time. You're gonna be like,
And sometimes it's a Shart.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Babe, sit down. No, not yet. Hold on.
Honestly, this podcast never fails to teach me something new. I feel like I know so much about like men and sex and everything.
When I was like in high school and stuff, and I used to like get head, that's when I used to stand up and stuff. When I used to drop my pants, like, you know, they're taking off your pants, I would always look down to see if I see any streaks. And like if there were streaks, I'd kind of fix my boxers so she doesn't see the streaks.
Then I'll just pull my boxers and take my pee-pee out the hole.
Oh, I didn't like that. I like it now though. Now
That's like now I like to bare ass.
No,
or used to bare ass.
Now I like if I'm wearing shorts, I won't even like take it out the top. I'll take it out the leg of the short. Like I'll pull my shorts all the way up and let it stick through the leg and be like, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It turns me on, and I don't know.
Are you
why.
like a pull the panties to the side type of guy rather than take them
100%.
off?
I don't even take off bras. I'm not interested in your tits.
If you have your dick hanging through the leg hole, then you seem like a panties to the side type of guy.
And even like,
but I feel like the panties to the side is way hotter than fucking. Here's my dick hanging out the side.
I think the dick through the side is because when like, well, nothing has really changed, but I have a lot of penis holes in my shorts and boxers.
Oh, you have a lot of holes in your boxers.
Yeah, but I call them penis holes because
I thought you were talking about like literally holes in your.
More than one hole in my penis.
No,
oh,
that's actually conditioned. Like Lil Dicky has that. The silence. You know the rapper Lil Dicky?
I do.
Yeah, he has a condition where not only is his dick little, but he has like an actual condition. And
oh my God, is that why he called himself Lil Dicky?
Yes, that's why he named himself that, to make fun of himself.
So
he has more than one hole.
Mad.
Yeah. And like he had to have like surgery when he was younger.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the name of the condition, but he talks about it in
multi-holeless.
Yeah, on his show, Dave. It's actually such a good show. Season 2 coming soon. Not sponsored, but it's just like a really good show. I love him.
So if like I'm wearing shorts and like the crotch area is gone, I just pull it up and go ahead. Let's do the do. I don't even take the shorts off anymore. So I think that's what I'm used to. So now I just.
So why? I understand like pants, especially like sweatpants, boxers, getting like one hole, but you said holes. You have many holes in your boxers.
And then it turns into a big one. Like
like little holes, and then they all rip together, and then so that's when you throw them out.
I don't
honey.
want to though, because I like getting head through the holes. And like sometimes I have to rip it a little bit more, and I'm like, yeah.
Get your friend, please. Get your friend, because that's ridiculous. All right, you know what? That is gonna be the end of it for this week. This episode took a turn. I did not see this coming. If you guys are still listening, sorry.
Shart.
Sorry about that. But no, for real, you can follow us on our social media at This Square Room. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Hugh-Gene's Instagram is Hugh-Gene_B, and Deswayne's Instagram is DesiD18. Don't worry about mine. I don't upload on Instagram. I thought about it. I'm like, why do I promote it? I don't post shit. When I start posting shit, then I'll tell you guys what my Instagram is.
Sarah DM me.
Gross. But that's that. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.